Yeah. New indices. That should work. What? Oh. Okay, now we have the shader index stored as well. But the other thing, I don't know what it was, but it didn't it won't compile, so I'll just try to compile it. That's what I meant. Shader module. Add shader module. Yeah, this is a one-on-one relationship, so it would be kind of silly to add a new graph node for it. Maybe I should just print it as a label in the template code, but template now is between quotes. That means that I have to find the shader index in my list of shader template codes. We just have to run over all of them, I guess. I guess I'll just have to add it, right? Which means that this cannot be const. Okay, why do I end up here? What did I just do? Label is that, and then return the max width of. I'm not even doing anything with label there. Ridiculous. That again. Sure, there's one error. There is an error. Don't tell me it's the same error. It's impossible. Oh, that new error here. Yeah, okay, so now we have the shader module handles added to the code-ish. They better be different. Should I add an assert to check that? Yeah, maybe. Okay, I need to add the next things. I want to add edges from pipeline characteristics to shader template code. Where the hell do I find that? I think I can add that at the moment they are being compiled. Then all that information should be available. Maybe. So I'm having pipeline factory. No, not factory. Characteristic range, I think it was. Yeah, realize shares. That's doing the compiling. And we have this pointer, which would be a characteristic range. Okay. This map stores characteristic range pointers, and then it returns a characteristic index. What the hell is that? It's an index into my characteristics of a given factory. So I need to know the factory then, and then I can get to my characteristic. So I need the characteristic range and the factory to get to the characteristic struct. And here I have a factory. And I have a characteristic range pointer, so that would be enough. Realize shaders. We have a characteristic range and a pipeline factory, and then we call realize shader, and only the factory is passed. I think that these two are both base class of the same thing. Maybe you can get the characteristic range from the add shader stage. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Or maybe I followed the wrong bridge. Because this one returns the shader stage. Yeah, not a bridge. Push constant. Also not. Yeah. I would have to go through this bridge. Characteristic range. Actually, I definitely can do that, I think. We can go from a shader stage to the characteristic range bridge, and then maybe from there static cast it to the range. Because characteristic range is also derived from that. I'm not sure that's even possible, but I would say if it compiles, then it should work as well. Is no room for different interpretation if it compiles. So I'm saying this is a virtual base class, but if you have a pointer to this base class and you can cast it to a characteristic range, then why not? Although I don't think a static cast will do, right? Static cast going from a virtual base class to the derived class? I don't think so. Maybe dynamic cast will do it. Well, we'll try. So then maybe this pointer, so that's the at shader stage, is enough. That would be this pointer of this thing. And then we have still the pipeline factory. Oh wait, yeah, just this function. And now we got here again, pipeline factory graph add shader module. So let's attempt. pass the pipeline factory, and I would like to pass the characteristic range. Or in pipeline, and the characteristic range is a task. Vulkan task, I guess. Sure, this is task. And then for a beginning, to begin with, I'll just cast it to the bridge. Characteristic range bridge. Which is pipeline. I'm not even going to cast it, I think. Let's see if this compiles. I mean, it's not going to compile, right? But I want to see it. So the casts seem to work. Just complains about cannot initialize characteristic range pointer from an R value type of a characteristic range bridge. No, and I think that the static cast will also not work, but maybe you get even a more clear error then. Let's just first try it. Cannot cast characteristic range bridge pointer to via virtual base class. So it knows. Yeah, and then the question is, does dynamic cast work, or are we completely... Do I have to add another virtual function? That would suck. But I guess that's what I'm going to do then, if this is not working. Dynamic cast. I mean that this is going to compile, period, but yeah, it's possible that characteristic range is 0. So we want it to be not 0. Too many argument or function call. Yeah, passing a pipeline factory in a characteristic range. The pipeline factory is just task pipeline factory. the hell? You're going to tell me that that's the first time I pass a factory at all? Impossible. Okay, this is just downright scary. What file am I in? That's a correct file. What? I'm not passing factory pointers? Oh, there are my factory. No, that's my factory. The local class. I'm just passing a pipeline factory index. Is that what I need? I mean, no, now I'm lost. Add factory. Yep, it's index. I need a pipeline factory index instead of a factory pointer. Yeah, okay. It is what it is. Do I? Wait, I'm so confused now. Yeah, it's what it is. It is what it is. In other words, that one function that I saw that returns this one, that needs a pipeline factory index. And the window. Oh my god, I need a window. Yeah. Pipeline factory index, and in order to get more out of it, I don't think my characteristic range has a window. Does it? It does. And also the pointer to a pipeline factory. And the pipeline factory, I think, has its own index. Pipeline factory also has a owning window. What are we talking about? And here's the pipeline factory index. We have everything already. No need to pause anything there. Just the characteristic is enough. Okay, forget about that one then. Pass characteristic range pointer. Tja. think it's about time that it compiles, otherwise I'm going to make hot chocolate. Compiled. And please don't crash. It crashed. So dynamic cast doesn't work either. Almost strange. Guess you can't dynamic cast through a virtual base class either then. Sure. This one also returns a non-const pointer though, but okay, we have a get something, I'll do a non-const, why not? Although I don't need it at the moment. Get characteristic range. That's kind of silly, right? Wait a minute, cannot do const there. Yeah, no, let's not do a const. No pointer. I'm going to add it here because yeah, I only need this, should only need this for the graph. Let's make sure that now it's non-zero. Wait. I think I added an assert with an exclamation mark in front of it. Yeah, which means that the dynamic cast did work. I just had my assert wrong. Really? I don't think I have that anymore. Yeah, yeah, it's a bloody exclamation mark in front of it. Arg, I know it's like I don't want it to be equal to null. So it does where dynamic cast works. So then I'm not going to add that debug code. So let's not add this then. It's just kind of silly. It still crashes. What the hell? What the hell? How? Why? You gotta be kidding me, right? So it crashes and this one crashes as well? Now both crash? Now I'm so confused. Oh wait, this is for IMU. Yeah, in the case of IMU that would be null. Well, okay, that's super annoying. Well, as long as it is called sometimes, so I'll just have to use the debug output here to see if it works. Okay, so we don't crash. Let's register a file. And grab factory graph. I'm looking for add shader module. There, called. So that worked and at a dynamic cast. Yeah, we have 3 of them. Very good. Then I have to implement it. So we're being called here. Still not good. It's not good. It is not good. Let me think. No, no. Not here. Not here. This is really good music that I am listening to. It's techno, of course, and it really is this. It's got this sound like you're in an illegal basement. You know, some temporarily hacked underground concrete walls stuff, and then a bass. The bass so heavy that you just know you cannot hear anything else. I like the sphere. Yeah, so this one, and then nothing here. Where this was called from. And not past characteristic range here. But then where? Well, lower. So I need this. This checks if it was the shader model existed. If it already exists, I need to call another thing. This is about link between the characteristic range, aka, yeah, that, and the code. That would be the shader index. I think we have enough here. So it's an edge. It's purely an edge. I'll name it. Let's use a different thing like. I'm not sure though. It is not. It's definitely not correct, I would say. Definitely not. It's not correct. I need the current fill indexes as well. Where were those added? Fill index, we have it. We have everything. Everything is in the characteristic range. Okay, well, should have enough information. So let's add this. Yeah, the whole code. Either I should use a template code or I should just use shader, I guess. Might as well use this. Stuff. Void. That. Print. Where are we passing? We are passing the shader index and a characteristic range. So that's this. Is the second one. Shader index is just shader builder shader index. Shader builder shader index. And then the range. Add this below add shader model. Okay, it's being called. This one is even called multiple times while not being compiled. So this is, I guess, shader module handle. and that is the shader index. Yeah. And I must lead to an edge. I need to find both objects back. So let's go to wait, this is a graph. In this function we have to find now the shader code. Let's start with that. So I have all my shader codes as stored as shader template code, which means that I have to jump to the header. There it is. It's the only thing where you have it. I have to find that one, and then apparently not by the hash type, but by just running over them and finding whatever. Finding the shader index, this one. M shader index. Yep, so let's run over that. For something, that thing, I probably did that before. Yep, up here. And then that to get the template code. Now I'll do everything here already. Okay, so we find the one with the correct shader index, and then seriously? I could swear I typed an underscore somewhere. Yeah. I'm too used to put underscores everywhere where they are different words. Standard is not doing that apparently. Okay, so well, pointer here, and then well, just assign that to pointer that we have here. And then we can break and assert that we found it. And then we have to look for the other thing, which is a characteristic range. No, that's a characteristic object. Where did I store that? Oops, again, the wrong file. Characteristic. I have to look for the characteristic range in this map, or have to look for it. Just kadang have it. Yeah, yup. That thing gives me a size type. And I need to find back my factory then. Might as well start with that. Need a factory pointer. Get factory. That requires a factory. Requires a window and a pipeline factory index. Owning window. What? We have no accessor for that. Guess I'll just add one then. Where are my accessors here? Owning window, I suppose. Yep. Now we need a pipeline factory index. Well, I think I first need to get my owning a factory then. No access of that either, I bet. Oh, I do. Get owning factory. Wait, yeah, that should work. Totally. Control T. And then I get my pipeline factory from the pipeline factory. Might as well make this a const, because I only need const access, and I want to have the pipeline factory index. That would be that one. Yeah. Yeah, so we short circuit that one because, you know, looks like I'm gonna use it, but I'm using it only one time. I think that's clear enough. . So that would give me my factory. Yeah, what else did I need? Oh yeah, now I can look up in the factory. I have an array there, or vector. This one. And then the factory. Boy, wait, the pipeline can have. I want to find my characteristic. Oh, wait a minute. Characteristic index. That's what I meant. So, okay, characteristic index. Which then gives me a characteristic, I guess. Nope, non-const, right? I want to write something into it. Well, no, well, maybe. I don't know yet. No, I don't want it. I'm gonna store the edges somewhere else, I guess. Although, you know, I think I'll store the edges in the object from which the edge has been drawn. To the, how do you call it? Not the arrowhead, but the other side, the tail. Why do we call it a tail when it's the beginning? Is it the beginning? I don't know. Okay, so I wanted to draw from characteristic to that, yeah, to that. So then this must be non-const, so I can add the edge to the characteristic object. It means that factory can must be non-const, and get factory returns non-const factories pointers, so that will work already. And then I can add an edge. So we do push back to the template code. Template code pointer. Wait, do something. Do sheet template code or list. So now characteristic must have a shared template code list. With sheet template code const pointers. Oh, what is that thing doing there? I think pretty much, except I probably not know what that is yet, or do I? Yeah, I do. It's defined in reverse order. There it is. Let's see if this compiles. Hey, Kiki from Indonesia is back. How are you? It's not compiling, but I can't find the error. There's a failed here. And here's an error. Get owning factory is private. I just added it. Private. Wait, I didn't just add it. Final. What the hell? Hello, pen. It's even a struct. Yeah, well, I have no reason why, no idea. I mean, why I made those things private. What probably made it private? So kind of assuming that people would call it on this thing. I don't know. It's probably silly because it only speeds it up when you call the final version directly. So I could now cast to the base class and then call this virtual function. But that would be a few clock cycles slower, which wouldn't matter at all, but it's still silly, right? So it just should make them public when the base class is public. Why not? I think that often if I implement, say, a virtual function in a derived class and I expect it only to be called as usual from the base class, then I make them private. But yeah, definitely not what you want in this case, I guess. Or maybe we should just make that one thing here public now, because we call it directly. Do it on a case-by-case basis. It compiles, so it does not crash. What more do you want? Look at debug output, I think. No, it's being called. What more can I say? It's being called and doesn't crash. Theoretically, now we should have in all my characteristic objects this vector here. And then I want to turn that into edges. So, and then I can go to bed because it's getting late. Should stop. So I want to run over all. I've got already what it was. All characteristics, which I no doubt already do somewhere. Yeah, characteristics. Factory characteristics, is that gonna work? I guess so. Yeah, definitely. So this is, you run over all factories. Well, I run over all windows maybe, and then over all factories. I got noise, but this should be all the factories, right? Yeah, factory IDs, push back. Then we run over all characteristics which are stored per factory. And I already add an edge there, but now we must add even more edges. And well, from characteristic ID to, and that's a list again, right? So I have another for loop now. Characteristic, I guess this is just a characteristic, right? So the characteristic now has this that loop, that vector. Loop over that. Those must be pointers, I guess. Not here, idiots. Yeah, shader template code const pointers. And then I'll add an edge from the characteristic ID to the shader template code ID. Oh my god, don't tell me, don't tell me. No. I need a hash value, okay. Why? How do we get the hash value here? Oh boy. I think I should just store the hash in the shader template code. But it so fixes this one-on-one relationship that it is no funny anymore. Plus, yeah, really, I don't know. I have hashes here. Could run over all the hashes, and that way find all the shader template code. Then I have the hash as well. Yeah, silly. Let's just store the hash value inside the template code as well. No, wait, that means that I don't no longer have to pass it to the ID, correct? Suppose so. So we can change this, no longer pass that. Hopefully that works. That is the ID of the shared template code. And then I have no idea where I constructed things. I'll just try to compile it to find what that was. And then hopefully we have the hash at that point. What was that? Did I just create a template with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No. Use of undeclared identifier. Share a template code list that you mean. That's unrelated. Syntax. I added a thing to characteristic. I think I'm going to turn off the verbosity. Gotcha. It's not necessary, right? It's also easier to see the errors then. Too many arguments. Okay, I'm passing the hash here. It's also no longer required then. No matching member function for call to push back. I wanted to fix that one first because hopefully we have the hash there. No, wait, that's just another. Huh? No. Something else. Something missing as well here. Should I add a label here? I don't know what label yet. Anyway. Yeah, I'll just remove this one then. Do it. Compile. It's only 6 to go. What are you waiting for? Multiple definitions of main. Well, that's a new one. Okay. I did run configure, and configure thought, well, it ends on CXX. We have a new source file. No, well, I think I can remove it, right? We're done with that one. Okay, UBT stops, and now history dot. Where's my dot? I'm in the wrong top. No, I'm not. Just working hard. All the way up here, and then the picture. Now we have the question mark edges, and we have IMG, which is not linked. Obviously, I would say. Yeah, that's annoying. I don't want IMG to pollute this. Can get rid of that then again. Okay. Wait a minute. So this it's a characteristic, but it's not really a characteristic. It's a pipeline. I must say it's a bit vague. This characteristic creates that pipeline. Could have created multiple pipelines. And then one or more pipelines might use, let's say, if this characteristic created 5 pipelines, then 3 of them could be using this and 2 of them could be using that. So I think that maybe I should not add this edge. I should add the edge from each pipeline object to, well, the shared code. Yeah. But it's become late enough, so that's something for tomorrow then, I guess. So press these two and make the edges come from the pipeline instead of from the characteristic. Yeah. Good night. I'll be back tomorrow. I wish I could see who is still on stream, but no participants, nobody. There's nobody here, according to YouTube.